Gideons.
We are back. We are here live on Change Our Minds. We are hanging. I'm just having so much fun arguing with my man Jody Joe.
That was good, man. It's just Andy is taking L's tonight. I can't believe what he said about Universal and Disney. Oh my God.
I supported Boss
Let's
Baby.
go. This is a whole other thing. Reset. Let's hit the reset button.
New topic. You guys can. We got one more big topic, and then you guys can send your love or comments. We'll get to them. But I want to get to this this latest information dropping from Mr. Ryan Reynolds. Reported about this earlier, but let's get into this. Oh, there's a new one from The Rock. All right, well, hold on. Let's start where it started. Oh, and thank you, Ricardo. I love Popcorn Planet. Love you, Andy. Love you, Jody. Andy, I'm just glad your girl was able to find a chair that fits you. Thank you, Bunda. Yeah, this is my thank you. Love you, Johnny. Thank you for early birthday present on my chair. For those who missed it, I got to put her on there, her name or something instead of the brand name because they didn't. I tried to reach a couple brands and one of them wanted me to pay shipping, and I was like, all right. And then they're like, it's $100. I'm like, chair's $150. What did I do that for? Anyway, let's talk about this story. Ryan Reynolds, who I love. I still like Ryan Reynolds. Haven't talked to him since then. He defollowed me, but I don't blame him. Got no beef or ill with Ryan Reynolds. He was a complete gentleman, super sweet guy, and helped us a lot when he did that honest trailer for us. But let's talk about Ryan Reynolds. He wrote, I'm not playing Hawkman and Black Adam. That's been a rumor that's out there. I'm trying to get the scoop on who's going to be Hawkman, so stay tuned. I got some rumors, but I don't want to say it until we're more confident. But the rumor is The Rock is going to announce the whole cast for the Justice Society of America at Fandom. You heard that first. Although I generally do what I'm not playing Hawkman, but I generally do whatever the hell The Rock tells me to do. I would, however, love to be in Zack Snyder's Justice League movie, and I've heard I may already be in it. # Snyder Cut. And then he added on with this sort of secret cut. I don't want to show it because they'll ding it, but he put together the Reynolds cut of Green Lantern, which was pretty funny, which is just like a literally 20-second moments of the best part, and then cuts to Tom Cruise as Green Lantern at the end, which was always the rumor of who was supposed to play Green Lantern. There was a rumor that he was going to play Green Lantern, and they were just going to kill him off at the end of the movie. But then Tom Cruise is like, no, I want to be Green Lantern. Why would you kill me off at the end of the movie? And then they lost the money and everything fell apart. But there was a world where Tom Cruise was going to be Green Lantern, guys. So he wrote that. And then it looks like The Rock just said, you are playing Hawkman, and that's that. You're also Deadpool, Green Lantern when you want because you own the intellectual property. You're in the Zack Snyder jail movie, and you're also Kevin Hart's real dad, like in real life, as per your blood test. Look, I like The Rock, but that missed the mark for me. Wasn't the funniest joke, but hey, I still like The Rock. But anyway, this is the real story here, is him sort of now dropping this tease that could he be Green Lantern in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, Garza, who's a DC guy, who's at least one of those guys who at least pretends to be nice to my face and has me on, one of the only ones in that Snyder Cut world that humors me and actually has respectful dialogues with me. I've seen him online, and I've said it publicly. He's been calling this for months that this was going to happen. But reading by that tweet, it's clear it's not in the works. It's clearly it wasn't happening, but Ryan's clearly up for it. Now, I can sort of reveal like my own dealings with Ryan. Like, he pays attention to the web, obviously. When we got him for Honest Trailers, people were bothering him like crazy, and then he DM'd me like, what's going on? What are we doing here? And then sort of got involved in it. He pays attention. He knows how to do this game. Like, he's all about it. So when I read this and having exchanges with Ryan, I get the vibe that Ryan clearly is seeing this out there. He's trying to like inject himself in and play nice and be like, yeah, all these rumors out there, but it's not true. But hey, I respect Zach. I would totally do it because he's putting it out there. I imagine that tweet will actually legitimately begin conversations with Zach and Ryan to see if something can happen, is what I think is going to happen now. So the question is, should it happen now and could it happen now, Jody? What do you think? What about Ryan Reynolds showing up as Hal Jordan's Green Lantern in Zack Snyder's Justice League? Would that be blasphemy? Would that be fun? Would that be the place to do it? I'm curious. I've sort of said my place, and I'll repeat it in a bit, but I'm curious. What do you think about this?
I believe it takes away from the validity of Zack Snyder's Justice League, in my opinion. If there is a movie to do it, it is in Zack Snyder's Justice League because it's an Elseworld multiverse story. It can exist. He can show up and be in that film. But I'm going to be honest, man. I don't respect people who do not respect their own work and stand by their work, no matter how bad it may seem. if you play that Green Lantern role and you think it's trash, you don't like it, you can speak on how it wasn't the best. But when you trash and ridicule your own work and the fans, and you ridicule DC fans, you ridicule Green Lantern by saying, oh, it was a trash. He was in Deadpool, shot himself in the head for reading the Green Lantern script. I mean, stuff like that I don't respect. I don't really get with that. And I don't think he should ever wear the Green Lantern costume ever again. That's just my personal opinion. But if there is a movie in the existence of ever to do it in, it's Zack Snyder's Justice League, because it is going to be, essentially wiped away as an Elseworld story when Flashpoint comes out. But even if it was up to me and I could really make Zack Snyder's Justice League look terrible, if you want it to look terrible, go ahead and put Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern in there. I don't think it's a good idea, man. Even though I didn't want Zack Snyder's Justice League to come out, now I'm okay with it because he put it out that, this is different than the future of DC. And now that the world knows that, I want Zack Snyder's Justice League to be a good movie. You're going to ruin the movie even more if you put this Ryan Reynolds in there. If he shows up as Green Lantern in just Zack Snyder's Justice League, it's going to look bad, bruh. I don't want it in there. He doesn't deserve, to be honest, he don't even deserve to be in Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's how I feel about it. Because regardless of how I feel about those Zack Snyder movies, he sticks by his work. He believes in his work. No matter how much I disagree with him, I can respect that. Ryan Reynolds doesn't respect his craft as Green Lantern. He doesn't deserve to be Green Lantern. So my opinion is no.
Totally disagree with you on this one. I'm so excited. Let's do it. Boom, 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 boom. It's a different show, but I'm getting into a nerd war with you because you're nuts, Jody. This is ridiculous. He's disrespecting his own work. What are you talking about? The fans, pretty much everyone in the world, hated that movie. That movie was garbage. And it wasn't because of him. Green Lantern was stupid. It was a stupid movie.
It's not that bad.
He wasn't that bad. The only reason he's parodying
the film wasn't that bad.
The CGI suit and the movie were bad. He was fine. The problem with that what he did was the fans hated it. That space fart at the end and there was so much nonsense in that movie. But he was trying. He did his best. He did it. He owned it. He tried to do it. But the problem is years later, people were like, dude, you destroyed. And he did. He destroyed that whole franchise. They refused to do more. At a certain point, you got to be able to laugh at the own joke. You can't just, what do you want? Ryan
I can
be
name
like, no, I did great.
MCU
I did great.
movies that are worse than Green Lantern right now.
Dude, Green Lantern, I mean, I don't disagree. There's bad Marvel movies, but let's not get into what about
Green Lantern's not that bad is what I'm saying.
It's
like a C
then why
movie,
did they make
mediocre.
more? Yeah, it's a C. Exactly, it's a C.
Yeah.
It's a poor movie. Is
it worth all of the lambash that it's gotten over the years? No,
well, no, I think he did Deadpool, and Deadpool's like about the meta.
Deadpool 2 is far worse than Green Lantern. Tell you that.
Deadpool 2 wasn't. I will agree. Deadpool 2 wasn't great. I didn't love Deadpool 2.
That's a trash movie.
But the reality was
Deadpool 2 was bad. Not Green Lantern.
Deadpool 2
was bad.
Deadpool 2 was like, it was just like, oh, it's fun to see him
Really
back,
bad.
but it went nowhere, and it wasted a lot of opportunities. I don't disagree with you on that, but the problem is he was sort of making fun of himself. I think it was fine. He didn't need to do that at the end of Deadpool 2. I don't disagree. And I thought it was just a lazy joke at that point because he keeps making that same joke about Green Lantern. It's like, dude, move on. So that's why if I'm gonna have a beef with him about anything, it's like, dude, the joke's not funny anymore. You've bashed Green Lantern plenty, but I feel like he only bashed it because the fans wanted him to, and the fans were already bashing it. So he sort of was in on the joke. I don't think that was disrespecting his work or being. I don't think he said he did a bad job. I think he was more just reacting like, man, people hate that movie. And people do hate that movie, so I don't agree with you at all. I think that's unfair for you to say.
Hate it, yeah.
People hate the movie, so what are you going to do out there and just ignore it? He's in this meta movie called Deadpool. Of course you make fun of your dumb movies. Now, he could have made fun of R.I.P.D. There's plenty of other dumb movies he's made, let's be honest.
Exactly.
But, he focused on Green Lantern because that was the big comic book movie that everyone sort of likes to joke about him with. I mean, Wolverine Origins was, to me, the bigger one to make fun of because it was Deadpool, and they did Deadpool terribly. And then he did make fun of that one, too.
Didn't he play that character?
He did. He made fun of both of them. And they covered his mouth shut and then gave him laser eyes. Dude, Origins was a complete waste. That was a bad movie. But I totally disagree with you that he's disrespecting his work. No, dude, the filmmaker is disrespecting.
You don't think that's a lack of integrity, him shooting on his own work?
No, I think if you make a bomb, which that was,
I think you stand by your stuff.
No, if you make a bomb, you're allowed to make fun of yourself for being in a bomb. I don't think he was disrespecting the movie.
There's a difference between making fun of it and outright
making fun of himself.
Come on,
he
bro,
shot himself in the head.
He
was making fun of himself, Jody. He wasn't saying the crew sucks.
9 years removed from that movie, and he's still talking about it. Bro, stop it.
No, if anything, you're right. It was a lazy joke, but it was not offensive. He wasn't offending anybody. Come on, man.
He didn't offend me. He might have offended some Green Lantern fans. He might have offended DC fans for sure. But he didn't offend me. I'm talking about him as a professional. I don't believe that it's what Josh Trank did with Fant Four Stick. I don't respect him. If you made that trash movie, stick by your trash. Don't come out and say, "Oh, this movie sucked, man. It ain't my fault, man. You know, they wanted this, they wanted that."
He didn't make that movie. No. He didn't make the movie. But he didn't make the movie, Jody. They took the movie away from him and reshot the whole ending.
Bro,
that's not his movie.
That's his movie.
So Zack Snyder's movie is what Joss Whedon did.
That's Zack's movie. He got credit for it.
But he didn't make the movie. That's not his movie. He didn't even see it. No, it wasn't his movie. They completely. What are we talking about? Zack Snyder probably could have. Both Zack and Josh probably could have made a stink and removed their names from those movies, but they didn't to be polite because they were being studio men. But the reality is, both of those filmmakers could have called for an Alan Smithee credit because they took away that wasn't what their movies were.
It is impossible for Joss Whedon to come in and in 3 months make an entirely different movie.
Oh my God!
That Zack was working on.
Oh, dude, you're gonna get so much hate, and you shouldn't, but dude,
stop playing both sides, Andy.
No, because you're wrong. I'm playing a side, Jody. You're wrong. You are so wrong. That was not Zack Snyder's movie. I'm not. I am defending a side. Don't you dare tell me I'm playing both sides.
PC Andy.
No way am I playing both sides. I am playing the side of Joss Whedon. Absolutely redid that movie. Are you nuts? They reshot it, add comedy. They deleted all his stuff. He had a vision for 2 movies. Right or wrong, that was not Zack Snyder's movie. What planet are you on?
Earth. So for sure. So tell me how it's physically possible for Zack Snyder to work on a film for over a year and a half, and Joss comes in, works on it for 3 months, and makes an entirely different movie. Tell me how that's factually possible.
Because you go do reshoots, you change the whole ending, you change the order, you pick different takes. You pick different takes that maybe
when you shoot a movie, color grading. Joss color graded that stuff.
Color grading is intense. If you look at the posters, Jody. Zack Snyder's version would have been dark and dreary. He would have gone with the black suit. Those are facts.
Zack Snyder's release scene. He just released a clip a couple of weeks ago.
You're wrong in this one. You're wrong in this one.
All Joss did was change the color.
Yeah, but you were trying to say that Zack didn't want it to be black. He absolutely wanted it black from day one. That's my point.
I don't care about what he wants. I care about what he shot.
But that's the point. He shot a suit. Then knowing that he would, I think it was a black suit.
He shot it blue.
Well, right. He shot it so it could be chroma keyed and changed in post. Yes.
And later made it black.
No, he shot it so it could be black. He shot it so it could be black. He shot it so it could change.
Blue.
That suit changes throughout the whole movie, dude. What are you talking about?
He shot the suit blue. And then later, after the movement, he went back.
You're wrong
and
on this
black.
one. Yeah, I've heard multiple people have come at me and told me you're wrong on that one. But whatever. I don't want to get at that one because that's besides the point.
You cannot say
besides the
Zack
point.
was filming the movie for a year and a half, and Joss could come in 3 months and shoot a completely different movie. It's not possible.
It is absolutely possible. It's and Fan Four Stick proves it. Fan Four Stick proves it because they came and completely butchered his movie. When you're on a studio movie, sometimes there's a producer on the set that requires them to do their take. Right? Have you ever seen that happen?
I feel like Joss.
Have you? Whoa! Hear me out. I'm going to hear you out, but hear me out. Does a producer go on set and say, "Hey, I want can you can you do this too? Can you do that for me, please?"
Yeah.
Does that happen? So you're telling me that if a director goes and reshoots a whole movie, which he did a lot. He did a lot of reshoots in that movie. He can go reshoot the movie. He can pick the alternate takes the director didn't want. He can color grade that bitch and make it completely different. And you're telling me that then that's Zack Snyder's movie.
No, you cannot.
You're right. No, it's not Zack Snyder's movie. Thank you.
Are you using the same footage?
Dude, that doesn't mean anything. A director shoots.
It means everything.
No, a director shoots a ton so he can make his movie.
In post, it does not make it your movie.
Oh my God.
That's the movie I shot.
Oh my God, I totally disagree with you on this one.
If I film a scene and then I get fired and someone comes in and takes the scene that I filmed but adds color to it,
that's not what he did.
Make it
that's not what but that's not just that was one part of what he did. You're ignoring the fact that he added reshoots.
It's gonna be fun. When the film comes out, watch how many scenes are in Zack Snyder's and watch them duplicate in Joss Whedon's. Watch. I can't wait. It's going to be a whole lot of repeat scenes, and you ain't ready for the truth that's about to happen. It's going to be a whole lot of repeat scenes. Watch.
And
then we'll know.
But I'm not even going to, I don't know, so we'll get there. But it doesn't matter.
We're going to get there.
It doesn't matter, Jody.
It's logic. You can't shoot a film for a year and a half and get replaced by somebody, and in 3 months they get a totally different movie. No, it doesn't work like that.
Here's the facts, okay? Because I've made movies. I know how it works. Josh Trank edited and shot his own movie. He made the Josh Trank cut. The studio made a separate cut. Totally different movies, Jody. Totally different movies. Pacing, different alternate takes, scenes that got cut, order, intended by the actors, color grades.
That Josh Trank's cut is an actually good movie.
Well, no, he's admitted now that he was lost. Right. But I'm admitting it's a different movie, Jody.
Is it? Can I ask you something? Of all that you and I know, is your Josh Trank cut probably a trash movie still?
Doesn't matter. It's about, is it different? You're trying to win this argument by saying it's better or not worse.
I'm not.
The argument is it different? Is it a Josh Trank movie?
70% of the way, and somebody takes it the other 30% of the way, does not mean that it's all that man's film.
Dude.
Joss Whedon is probably responsible for 30%. I'll give you at the most 40% of what we saw in theaters was Joss. There's no way he could have did that. Reshot all those scenes with all those characters and called them back in. No. That's why it was a big fiasco with Superman, you know what I'm saying? Because of the mustache and all that and how expensive it was.
There's a lot of scenes with that bad mustache, dude. What is your point?
No, it's not that many. No, it's not that many scenes. See, that's how we could kind of figure it out. There's not that many mustache bad Superman scenes. It was the beginning footage, and it was a couple of scenes after.
But hold on. I don't want to get lost in the weeds on this because you're making a whole separate argument about what is going to be good and.
What it did.
My point is,
Jody. Zack Snyder's Justice League is. I'm saying it. Nah, you started.
My point is, and I'm not playing both sides because I'm going against you on this one hard. You are absolutely wrong to say a director can't come in and do reshoots and change a movie. You're just wrong.
Why did Zack Snyder get credit?
Because
no. If we know legality, if Joss Whedon actually shot more than Zack, Joss should have gotten
Jody,
the credit.
You ready for this, L? Zack probably did that to be polite. I already said in the beginning. Josh Trank, and he's not even listening to me.
Tried to do it to be polite. Didn't I tell you that Zack hates Joss?
Zack doesn't.
Whoa,
you think Zack Snyder, who hates Joss, is going to just give him a title easy, not just take the title? What planet are you on?
Did you just say that Zack was trying to be polite, or Joss was trying to be polite to Zack to let him have the credit?
No. Joss doesn't have that say. Zack is the director. Zack has a DGA ability to challenge it. As would Joss. Joss would be delusional to attempt to come and take the credit away from Zack Snyder, whose daughter just died. You are delusional right now, Jody. Zack Snyder's daughter just died, and you're telling me Joss Whedon, PC, I'm talking about facts. You think back then, Joss Whedon, who might have had a shot to do it, is going to come forward during that time period and say, actually, it's my movie. I should get credit now. Of course he's not. It's called being polite. Play real life.
Business does not cease because of family personal matters.
Oh my God! Yes, it does. It absolutely does in situations like that.
Credit.
No, that's being a scumbag. We had that whole argument about Ellen. No, Josh could have challenged it. He might not have won, but he could have challenged it to the DGA, but he would have looked like a massive scumbag.
You were acting like you did not report that Warner Brothers hates Zack Snyder.
They do.
Did you not?
They do.
So why would Warner Brothers give credit to someone they hate unless he shot most of the movie? Hold this L.
Because you're underestimating the reality of the situation. You keep ignoring it. You're saying it's PC bullshit.
Slowly. If you, just like you reported, and I know it's true, Warner Brothers hates Zack Snyder, but they gave him credit of the movie anyway.
No.
Why would they do that?
You are delusional, Jody. You are ignoring the reality of the situation. A man's daughter died during the shoot.
Warner PC
Andy That is the facts, Jody. You can't ignore the facts in a studio battle. Business goes out the window when personal shit comes to play.
Oh, my God.
If you want to be real about it, that's what happened. That's what happened, Jody.
All right.
You want to say it didn't happen? You want to ignore that part and say, well, Joss and Zach could have thought about it?
I'm sorry,
Go back to that day. That was a tragedy. Neither person was going to fight that fight then.
This deal right now.
I am lost. What does this have to do with Bruno?
I understand taking time away,
Reynolds?
but business as usual. That is a saying for a reason.
No.
Business as usual.
That's bigger than business, Jody, and you know
Can we be honest?
You
that
know
Warner Brothers, we both know that Warner Brothers used the death of his daughter to get him out of there.
I agree. I don't disagree with that. But you think they're going to do a public? But so wait. We agree there. But then you think they're going to take it the next step and say, let's remove his name from the movie? You really think they were going to do that, given all that was happening?
If they could have, absolutely.
If they could have, but do you think Zach was going to give them that?
Zach has no power here.
He does. He's the director.
Joss shot most of the film. Joss deserves the director credit.
No.
There was articles about this.
It's DGA. It's Directors Guild union rules.
That's
where this goes in.
Most of the shots in the film. Who
Correct.
deserves director credit goes to the person who shot the most of the film. Zach got it because Zach shot most of that movie.
Right, but there are certain. Do you know about Alan Smithee rules? If a movie,
I'm not aware of Alan
Smithee. The name where a director says this is no longer my movie, I don't want my name on it. That's a real thing.
Sure.
So the point is, Zack Snyder could have realized this isn't my movie. I don't want my name on it.
Why didn't Zack put his name off of it then? Why didn't Zack take his name off?
Because again, personal stuff that I can't get into their headspace of why, but I can imagine that would have been a PR nightmare for everybody. Complete PR nightmare for anybody to get involved in that heat. And Zack Snyder's probably also like, look, I don't even care about this movie. Yeah, whatever. That's what I would have done. I can't speak for him, but I wouldn't have cared at that point. Now later, as I'm grieving and dealing with my life, clearly he did care. Clearly he came forward and was like, that wasn't my movie. And he clearly cared, and now he's gotten his way. And it was a good thing he kept.
Let me tell you, Zack did the right thing. He hates Joss Whedon, and he hates the idea that his name is on that movie. But you know what? He likes that check because he got that director credit check. He got that money. You talk about some real money at stake here, bro. Just because you hate somebody, don't let that get in the way of your money. Zack made the right decision by keeping his name on there. Plus, so did Warner Brothers because he actually shot most of the film. You don't think Warner Brothers would have loved to give credit to Joss? Absolutely. They couldn't. They legally couldn't because Joss didn't shoot enough of the film. It's simple as that. We don't need to add daughters or hearsay or what we think. It just is what it is. You can't come in 3 months and shoot more than a director that was doing it for a year and a half. It's just not possible.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
You're wrong.
Freak you, Andy. I love you, bro, but freak you.
I love you too, but freak you. I vehemently disagree with you on this. I think it's
disagree with you vehemently.
I think it's completely more complicated than either of us even understand, and I think that's why the names are complicated. And I'm pretty positive it's more than just the reshoots. If a movie's re-edited and redone and re-stylized, a director absolutely can go in and say that wasn't my movie. Now, again, he might lose. There's like arbitration and stuff through the unions that do it. But my point is, why would either of them gone through that? You're right, because Zach would have lost money.
If someone takes my video and puts it on YouTube and puts dummies and cartoons around it and changes my voice, that's still my content.
Yeah, but if you're vlogging, sure. But if you're actually making a story narrative and you're mixing stuff around, you're cutting scenes, you're changing the color, you're changing the music, you're pulling alternate takes that maybe Jeff Johns. You're pulling alternate
from my channel.
You're pulling alternate takes
music,
that Jeff Johns decided, not you. That's a different movie. That's what the argument here is, Jody. It's a different movie.
They could take this whole stream and put it on their channel.
No, because we don't edit anything on this. It's a live stream.
Make me white, make you black.
No.
It's still our content.
No, different. Completely different. It's completely different than a scripted narrative where you have to edit it and you have alternate takes. Come on. They're not even the same thing.
All right.
Maybe if you took Interns of Field, that thing I shot, and you recut it, you could absolutely make that different than what I put out there in the world. I don't know what we're talking about.
Off my stuff, then it's mine. That's how I feel.
Well, right, because you do live talk. It's not even close.
Like if I said action, I shot the scene, It's my name on it. Whatever happens after that,
No.
it's still
A movie is a team effort, first of all. It's not always just the director's game. But when the producers are there, the producers can require shots, the actors can require shots, but ultimately the director, if it's someone like Zack and he's gotten sort of the cut, gets not final cut, but most of close to it, he gets to make that movie, right? The truth is, a lot of producers come in and change movies all the time. It happens all the time. You'll see it. Directors,
I know.
David Ayer, et cetera. They're all talking about that.
I'm not letting Josh Trank skate away. You gave him a
but like
scapegoat,
David Ayer,
I'm not giving him.
David
I'm not
Ayer
giving that
is the
to him.
same example, right? Because David Ayer
is another one. He does not get that scapegoat.
But the problem is they let someone else completely cut his movie, change it up, and that's not his vision, right? Now, granted, these are the director's visions. They're not their movie. Because it's not their movie, it becomes the editor or the producer's movie. In Josh Trank's case, literally, the producers took over, reshot a ton of it. And like the beginning's a little bit of Josh Trank's movie,
Quinn
and then it completely shifts.
Demon Ghost OP bat. The Harley Quinn and niggas with bullets fought a demon ghost OP being with a baseball bat. I don't care what you do. That's a trash movie waiting to happen, bro. It is the Suicide Squad. None of them that have legitimate power going against Enchantress. Man, that's a disaster waiting to happen. I don't care what David Ayer says. He released his theatrical cut. He released an ultimate cut on Blu-ray, and now he wants to release an ultimate cut. Bro, David Ayer missed me. Josh Trank missed me. Both of y'all movies, Suicide Squad, Ultimate Cut, and Fantastic are trash, and it's their fault. I'm not putting on no one else but them.
I liked parts of Fantastic. I like the beginning, but I like where the reshoots happened. The reshoots completely shift, make no sense.
Oh, jeez.
The reshoots,
I need to rewatch that shit. All I know is I almost had a heart attack watching it.
The Fantastic was like the Power Rangers reboot, which I surprisingly didn't despise. Did you watch the Power Rangers reboot?
Yeah, I did.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was.
Had
it just
parts.
needed a couple of things to be awesome.
But my point is Fantastic Four had a similar vibe where I'm like, oh, there was a good cast. Like there were moments that could have been interesting, and then it completely craps the bed. It's a bad movie, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying I saw there were elements that could have been interesting, and they just lost it. But anyway, my point is every director can have a different vision, and I think make the film better. In this case, that's what we're arguing. But we went so sidetracked, and I think it was still everyone's lost.
That's good. That's still fire.
But it's still a fun debate. To wrap up our question about Ryan Reynolds, I disagree. I think he can be in this universe. I think it would be actually really nice for him in this universe because he would add some humor. He's sort of outside. They don't really have a funny guy in there.
Ryan Reynolds and Zack Snyder, their styles don't mix. Zack Snyder's very cerebral and raw and realistic ingredients.
Yeah, but having him come in to add some actual punch to some jokes. They need someone like that, to be honest, in that league.
That's not Snyder. Snyder is not about jokes and lighthearted.
Sure,
shit.
but I mean, sorry, it's a Justice League. There's a lot of characters. They can't all be the same character. My point is having Ryan Reynolds show up and have a dark. He could still have a dark moment.
How much you want to bet when Zack Snyder's films come out? They're all going to be brooding. They're all going to be kind of the same. Wonder Woman ain't going to be. I don't think Ryan Reynolds will fit in there. I just don't see it, and I don't.
My
want
point
it.
is, I would not be opposed to it. I think, and if he's down, I think it's something fun. It's clearly going to be a cameo if he does it.
I think it'll sully and bring down the quality. I think Zack Snyder deserves better than Ryan Reynolds.
There you go. Ryan Reynolds is the biggest star probably that would be in that movie, so he would bring a lot of eyes into
that. What? Ben Affleck's in that movie.
Dude, who's more bankable?
Ben Affleck.
No.
Gal Gadot now.
I mean, take her out of Wonder Woman, and that's a lie. Free Guy looks pretty fantastic.
From now moving forward, it's Gal Gadot over Ryan Reynolds. I'm sorry.
Outside of they're in the movie together, aren't they? They're in a movie together.
Jungle Cruise. She's in Jungle Cruise with The Rock.
No, that's Emily Blunt. Come on, dude.
I thought Gal was in there as well.
No, they're in Red Notice.
Rock
is what they're
reached out
doing.
to Gal to be in it. I don't know if she said yes in a cameo.
Red Notice or Red Hour or something is the movie.
She might be in there in a cameo.
Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot, and The Rock are all doing a movie together, which they're all going to be huge. That's for Netflix, surprisingly. Anyway, Ryan Reynolds to me is the more bankable name. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, yes. But my point being, Ryan Reynolds, I think, is right now does the comedies bigger. But we'll see. We'll see. He's a big name. I think he would add a lot of eyeballs. People would be excited to see him there. I think it'd be a fun surprise. I hope they just shut up and don't tell us. Let him fly in and make a joke and just have it be a sort of a funny part of it and move on. But there's no way they're going to do a whole scene reshoot with him. That would be insane. I don't see that happening. But I like that he's out there giving a shout out to. Yeah, I'm down. I think it's fun, and I like that he's giving a shout out and respecting Zach. I got no beef with it. Ryan,
I think
it'll
bring Zach's quality down. I don't think so. I don't think it should work.
Well, there you have it. That was a fun fight.
That was fun.
We got lost in there a little bit, but tell us what you guys think
Love
in the
it.
comments.
Love
I will
it.
post
Love
this
it.
later for sure. Check out Jody's Corner. You know where he's at.
know
And
what time it
Popcorn
is.
Planet here. Subscribe. We're going to wrap up this live show, so if you're watching live, don't go anywhere. If you didn't watch live, join us every Tuesday or Wednesday over in Jody's Corner, and I'm here with Nerd Wars every Thursday night. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. We'll be right with you live, guys. Don't go anywhere. Bye!